Your cat has been telling you what it needs this whole time. You just haven't known how to listen. You give them food, you give them warmth, you share your home, your routine, your late nights on the couch, and none of that is wasted. But hidden beneath the ordinary rhythm of life with a cat are 5 specific things that most owners never think to do. Things that, when you finally start doing them, will shift the entire relationship between you and your cat in ways you didn't expect. We're starting with something you can try tonight, before you sleep. 1. Touch the spots that actually matter. The next time you go to pet your cat, pay attention to their body instead of your own habit. Do they press in toward your hand, or do they quietly begin to drift? That single reaction is your cat communicating everything. And most people never see it. What most owners do is reach for the back. They stroke from neck to tail, back and forth, like muscle memory. Some go for the belly, hoping they've got one of the rare ones who enjoys it. But there is a meaningful gap between a cat that endures touch and a cat that sinks into it. Enduring and enjoying look similar from the outside. They are not the same thing at all. The places your cat genuinely wants you to reach are the scent gland zones. The skin just at the base of the ears, along the cheekbones, and tucked underneath the chin. When you scratch slowly through those areas, something biological kicks in. Your cat begins releasing facial pheromones, natural compounds their nervous system reads as markers of comfort, safety, and belonging. You are not simply being affectionate, you are sending a signal directly to their brain that says, "This is a safe place, this person is home." A study from the journal Applied Animal Behavior Science found that cats showed dramatically stronger positive reactions, sustained purring, deliberate head press-ins, relaxed slow blinks, when contact was made around the head and facial area versus the lower spine or belly. Cats touched in those less preferred areas showed quiet stress responses that their owners consistently misread as calm. If that one small adjustment surprises you, hold on until you reach the final item on this list. It asks almost nothing of you, but it might be the most genuinely powerful thing you can offer a cat, and almost no one ever does it. 2. Play like a hunt, not a game. Have you ever watched your cat disengage from a toy after less than a minute? You're moving it around, putting real energy into it, and they bat at it once, maybe twice, then walk off like the whole thing was beneath them. Most owners read that as boredom. It isn't, it's the wrong kind of play. The average person treats cat play like it should be high energy and constant, something fast and flashy that keeps the cat's eyes moving. But cats are not pursuit hunters, they are ambush predators. In the wild they do not sprint across open terrain to run something down, they crouch, they study, they inch forward through cover, they time everything perfectly, and then they move. The strike is the payoff, not the chase. The catch is everything. Without it, the whole hunt falls apart. When you keep a toy out of reach, jerking it through the air faster than your cat can commit to it, you are flooding their predatory drive but severing the circuit before it closes. It creates a kind of unresolved tension, not boredom, but frustration. Think about working towards something for a long time and never quite reaching it. That is what you are doing to your cat without meaning to. Slow the toy down. Slide it behind a pillow and let it stop. Move it in short, uncertain bursts. Make it behave like something small, vulnerable, and unaware. And then, this is the part that matters most, let your cat catch it. Let them grab it, hold it down, bite it. That moment of capture triggers a real neurochemical release. Dopamine arrives. The prey cycle completes. Your cat is satisfied on a deep instinctual level, not just distracted. When you play this way regularly, your cat will begin coming to you when they want it. That is not a cat being demanding. That is a cat choosing to trust you with its instincts. Before we go further, if this is changing how you think about your cat, hit like and subscribe to Pawsychology. It helps us reach more people who genuinely want to understand their cats. 3. Speak to them the right way. Have you talked to your cat before and had the uncanny sense that they were really hearing you? Ears swiveling forward, head tilting, eyes holding yours for longer than usual. That is not a coincidence or wishful thinking, but the reason behind it might be different from what you expect. Research from Paris Nanterre University showed that cats are capable of distinguishing their owner's voice from an unfamiliar person's voice, but with a critical condition. That recognition only activated reliably when the owner spoke in short, gentle, slightly higher-pitched phrases. When owners used their normal conversational tone, their cats showed almost no differential response. Shift to something softer and more deliberate, and the cat's engagement changed completely. More attentive, more oriented toward the more visibly open. Your voice, in the right register, becomes a cue your cat already understands as safety. This is not an argument for exaggerated baby talk. Cats have genuinely sensitive hearing, and a voice that is too loud, too high, or too relentlessly cheerful can feel like overstimulation. What works is something quieter than that, brief sentences, a softer register, a warmth that does not demand a response. Less like you are performing for them, more like you are simply sharing space. Over time, something accumulates. your voice in that specific tone becomes a pattern your cat's brain files under calm, under familiar, under safe. You are not just making small talk, you are quietly building a signal that your cat will reach for when the world feels uncertain for. Let your hand be the bowl once a week. What if one of the most powerful bonding rituals available to you takes less than 2 minutes, costs nothing and requires no equipment? The daily routine for most cat owners is identical: bowl on the floor, food in the bowl, cat eats, owner moves on. That rhythm works. But somewhere inside it is a missed window, one that reaches directly into your cat's oldest understanding of trust. In nature, a mother cat returns to her kittens carrying prey. That direct transfer of food from one body to another is among the first experiences of trust that a young cat ever receives. It is encoded in them before language, before learning, before almost anything else. When you hold a few pieces of kibble or a small treat flat in your open palm and offer it to your cat, you are activating that same ancient script. Your cat does not consciously understand what is happening, but their nervous system does. What you are communicating, beneath every layer of the ordinary, is, I bring you what keeps you alive. You are protected here. If your cat pulls back the first time, do not push. Some cats approach this slowly, and that is not resistance, it is caution, which is how cats show you they are paying attention. Stay consistent. Once a week is enough. In time, you will notice something shift. Your hands will mean something different to your cat, not something unpredictable. Something they move toward. 5. Come down to where they live. I said at the beginning that the last thing on this list would be the most surprising. Here it is. Sit on the floor. No toy, no treat, no extended hand, no name called across the room. Just bring yourself all the way down to your cat's level and stay there, quietly, for a few minutes. Think about what your cat's world actually looks like. Every human in it is enormous. You move above them. You reach for them from above. Even when you mean to comfort them, you do it by bending down, by looming in a direction they spend their whole lives watching for danger. Your cat accepts all of this, but they have never experienced you as something other than large and overhead. When you sit on the floor with no agenda, something changes in the room. Your cat notices. They may not come immediately. They may glance at you once and look away, but something is registered, something is filed, and then, in their own time, without being coaxed, without a treat to chase, they come closer. Say, they sit a foot away, maybe they rest without touching you. But they are there, and they chose it. That is the line between a cat that accepts your presence and a cat that seeks it. That freely given closeness, earned by nothing except your willingness to make yourself small enough to meet them, is the deepest thing a cat will ever offer you. If Pawsychology changed something in how you see your cat today, leave a like. It helps this channel reach more people who care about their cats the way you do. Which of these 5 are you trying first?